Good morning, and welcome to Art and Culture Monday. I hope that you guys are doing fantastic this morning. Habari zenyu, it's been a minute. I hope that you are doing fantastic. We are here one more time to start the week in style, and that is exactly what we are about to do. From right about now all the way to 10 a.m. you're going to be experiencing the show that is Art and Culture Monday, and it's packed, it's loaded, it's ready to go. So of course, kama kawaida, today is the 24th day of the month of July, which means July is gone. Imeenda. So we are on the 24th day of the month of July. That means that we are on our 30th Monday. Yes, guys, we have been here 30 times since the year began. So we are doing fantastic. We are doing well. That also means that we have about 22 more Mondays to go. So we are closer to the end of the year than the beginning of the year. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you have everything that you desired or you hoped for by the beginning of the year, or if not, that you are at least working on it. We are still working Art and Culture Monday, so we are good. As far as this show is concerned, we are doing fantastic. Karibuni sana. Today we are going to be having a fantastic show. Of course, kama kawaida, we will start with our traffic updates, then get into our Did You Know segment, and then go to our news updates, and then now really get the show on the roll, because we have amazing conversations to have, amazing music to listen to, because we will be having live acts later on in the show. We are also going to be having a sit down and talk all matters film. You know us, if you watch Art and Culture Monday, if you're not talking about film, you're talking about art. If you're not talking about art, we are talking about culture, because that is all we are here to do. So karibuni sana, please sit back, relax, and enjoy an amazing show that is going to be coming your way. Remember, we are streaming live this morning on YouTube. So if you're just about to leave your house, of course the station is KUTV Kenya. If you're here, you're watching, you know it is. But if you're about to leave your house, you can take us along, because we will be streaming live on YouTube. Kimbia tu pale YouTube, look for KUTV Kenya. Chat me up. Let me know how your morning is doing. Let me know how your week has started. Let me know how your July is going. Let me know how traffic is going on your side. You know, there's a lot that you can update me on. All right? So karibuni sana. Let's start this show right about now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are setting face for the show that is Art and Culture Monday, and we want to take a look at how our roads are doing this morning, courtesy, of course, of Mathri Route on Twitter, but you can talk to me. We said the easiest one is YouTube, where we are streaming live right about now, all right? So, courtesy of Mathri Route on Twitter this morning, someone is saying Thika Road traffic starts at drive-in, very slow moving, good day. Yes, so if you're along Thika Road this morning, traffic starts at drive-in. If you can use an alternative route, go ahead and do so. If you cannot, make some time for traffic, all right? Someone else is saying Mombasa Road this morning is not moving at all. What's up? Apparently, I don't know what's up. If you're along Mombasa Road, kindly let me know how traffic is going on that side, or whatever is happening, because as of now, it's not moving. It's not moving. Another one is saying Jogoo Road kumeja bodabodas. Boda riders on Jogoo Road. Nyinyi ndio mko wengi this morning, but we are moving on regardless. Traffic is not as much along Jogoo Road, so that is great. We are doing well. Someone is saying tunaenda Nyue along the Eastern Bypass. I hope Thika Road is the same, but Thika Road is not doing great this morning, but the Eastern Bypass is doing well. So if you're headed to Utawala, Kangundo Road, you are doing great, all right? But if you're headed into Thika Road, you may also be taking a while. Someone else is saying Mombasa Road is a mess this morning. Like we have heard, it's not doing great this amazing morning. So if you're on those routes, please take care of yourself or make time to, make time for traffic as you head in CBD, but we already know that. We said if you need to be in the CBD early on in the morning, make some time. Wake up either earlier or make some time for traffic. But the good thing is that you can take us along with you. So if you're just leaving the house, if you're using Mombasa Road, Thika Road, Jogoo Road, you are along the Eastern Bypass, take us along because we are streaming on YouTube this morning. So we can be, we can keep you busy as you try and head to work. That is it, courtesy of Mathri Route on Twitter. Those are our traffic updates. We are going to be moving on, and of course, I'm going to be updating you in the course of the show on how the traffic updates coming. Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to our Did You Know segment because, of course, we want to give you time to, react to the Did You Know. Let me know if you knew and if you have learned something new this morning. And on our Did You Know segment, we are talking about a sculpturist this morning, our very own, a Kenyan-made sculpturist. I think I want us to get to that in a minute. And then when we come back, I'm going to be asking you all about if you did know, and if you did not know, have you learned something new? So right about now, we want to move on to our Did You Know segment, and today we are learning about a specific Kenyan sculpturist.
There is a sculpturist who makes sculptures out of scrap metal. Kioko Mwitiki is an established artist who is known for his craft. There is a sculpturist who makes sculptures out of scrap metal. Kioko Mwitiki is an established artist who is known for his craft. His works are well known, and he can even be considered one of the founding fathers of metal sculpture in the country. He is known for innovating the local market by making giraffes, elephants, and funny animals. He also welds, solders, and bends metal into both realistic and abstract forms. Kioko began in 1980s as a welder. He later on made sculptures out of every variety of scrap metal imaginable. When the 90s rolled in, Kioko's sculptures had improved. His first larger metal pieces were inspired by the wildlife he saw at Kajiado County as a young boy. He was commissioned by Frankfurt Zoological Society between 1993 to 1994 to create sculptures of wildlife for a nature walk they were building in Serengeti National Park. He was soon taken up by different zoos across the globe to make sculptures of their animals. He went to Bronx Zoo, Calgary Zoo, and San Diego Zoo. He was later commissioned to travel to America to make art full-time for 4 years. With time and continued success, Kioko wanted to do more. He had started mentoring upcoming artists and wanted to provide a place where they could exhibit their work. This prompted him to start his own gallery. He acquired a space in Lavington and opened Kioko Mwitiki Art Gallery. Kioko's work was so successful that he soon found his pieces being auctioned at global wildlife charity events for considerable sums of money. Well, now you know.
That was on our Did You Know segment, and what I am asking myself is why we have not hosted a sculpturist this far. So if you're a sculpturist out there and you work with metal or whatever other materials are there, reach out to KUTV Kenya all across all our social media handles. It's easy. It's just KUTV Kenya, and we may be just hosting you. You know, you may be a mentee of Muititi Kioko, and we do not know. So one, I think for a change, we should host our sculpturist here in studio. So if you're watching or you know someone, tell them to contact us. All right. Also, did you actually know that you can make sculptures out of metal and that they can look that fantastic? You know, I'd like to hear your opinion on that. You can contact us right now where we are streaming live on YouTube at KUTV Kenya. So kimbia tu pale, drop your comment. Let me know if you have seen such form of art. Did you like it? How do you know about it? Let's start from there. And if you do you specifically like it? Do you know someone who does that? And would you like to be on the show? Would you like to come to the show if you are a sculpturist? So I'm waiting for your feedback on that one. We are going to be running it, I think, one more time in the course of the show, just to keep you in the know. All right, so that is on our segment on did you know. We are going to move on right now to let you know exactly what is happening in the country, and later on, of course, like I said, we are going to be having different conversations. We are going to be talking all matters film this morning, and then we have two separate live acts that are meant to lighten up your Monday, start your day with some oomph, some energy. So we are going to be getting to that. Don't go anywhere, stick around, and you're going to be enjoying those specific parts of Art and Culture Monday. But right about now, we want to move ahead to our news updates. Well, to start us off, the Akorino leaders from Laikipia County are calling upon President William Ruto and opposition leader Raila Odinga to embrace dialogue to bring an end to the anti-government protests. Leaders allied to the Kenya Kwanza government have also criticized the demos, saying it will not bring down the cost of living. Take a look.
Now want the opposition to call off its demonstrations as they urge for dialogue between the ruling Kenya Kwanza side and Azimio la Umoja.
Tungeomba tukuwe na amani, kama niyo maandamano waende wasuluhishe hiyo maandamano huko wa viongozi, ndio sasa tuwe na amani katika nchi yetu. Sisi tunaomba tuwe tuna amani katika nchi yetu.
Elsewhere, while speaking at Chania Boys High School in Thika, Kiharu Member of Parliament Ndindi Nyoro, a close ally to President William Ruto, criticized former President Uhuru Kenyatta, saying the former head of state is funding the ongoing opposition protests barely a day after Kenyatta dismissed the allegations.
Tafadhali mimi nakuuliza, wachana na hii gang ya maandamano na kuharibu mali ya umma. Wachana na hawa watu wanakupeleka katika maneno ya kuweka sufuria kwa kichwa. Sisi tutaendelea kuheshimu wewe, rais wetu ambaye amestaafu. Na ndio maana tunakuuliza kwa heshima, wacha kupea hawa watu wa kuandamana pesa. Wacha kuwapea pesa.
While Nyoro insisted that the government will not allow chaotic demonstrations, Chania Boys Principal Julius Muraya and Kenya Private Schools Association Chair in Thika West Mary Kirika called for negotiation between government and Azimio. Castigating the chaotic demos, Muraya says they could set a bad precedent to the young generation.
When this violence is shown in the TV, in the print media, and everywhere else, it gets into the mind of these runners. And what comes thereafter comes to us as education managers.
Kenya Kwanza headliners in Embu County want the demonstrations to end, with Mbeere North legislator Geoffrey Ruku opposing the protests, saying he will push his bill that seeks to regulate demonstrations, which if passed, will see those engaging in outlawed assembly jailed for 1 year.
A bill in Parliament which is seeking to put into effect Article 37 of our Constitution. Article 37 of our Constitution has two conditions. One, demonstrations and picketing, presentation of petition to public authorities and assemblies must be done in a very peaceful manner as well as in a very unarmed manner. We have to put those two conditions into effect.
Despite the loss of lives, leaving many injured, destruction of property, and disruption of business activities, Azimio Coalition maintains demonstrations resume on Wednesday this week, the government deeply criticizing these and has taken a tough stand to control the protests. Mutweri Eliud, KUTV.
Moving on, owing to the prevailing political unrest in the country, Machakos Deputy Governor Francis Mwangangi has noted that there is urgent need for reconciliation between President William Ruto and the opposition leader Raila Odinga in order to bring back the country's sanity. He also says that as much as it is the citizens' constitutional right to demonstrate, it should be done in an orderly manner to prevent loss of lives and destruction of property. The Deputy Governor also dismissed claims that Wiper Party leader Raila Odinga is on house arrest.
Josephine side.
Nimeongea na viongozi wetu. Mheshimiwa, I can assure you, our leader, our party leader, wherever he is very much okay. He's being engaged both internally and externally. Internationally, he's being engaged. Why? We want our leaders to talk, we want our leaders to meet, we want our leaders to discuss so that the cost of living can come down. The cost of living will come down through dialogue.
President William Ruto has reiterated that he will not condone violent protest in the country. The president has instructed the police service to protect lives and public property amid the opposition-led protests that are aimed towards having the cost of living brought down. Ruto was speaking at a church service in Taita Taveta County, where he also acceded to by a petition by Taita Taveta County to have a quarter of revenues raised by the Tsavo National Park allocated to the devolved unit. Take a look.
President William Ruto, while attending a church service at Taita Taveta County, called out the opposition protest on the cost of living, saying that the high cost of living can only be reduced by investing in agriculture and manufacturing and not by incitement and violence.
Wale wanashindana na sisi wanasema ati njia ya kubadilisha bei ya chakula ati ni kufanya maandamano na kuvaa sufuria kwa kichwa. Munieleze watu ya Taita Taveta, hata kwa uganga ama uchawi ama hata dawa itabadilika unga namna gani iteremke chini ati kwa sababu umevaa sufuria kwa kichwa?
The president also noted that the police will continue to do their due diligence to protect and guard the law, urging the youths not to be deceived in fighting the police.
Our security agencies, in accordance with the law, in accordance with the Constitution, must enforce the rule of law and must enforce the law, making sure that we do it professionally and we do it firmly and decisively.
The Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, who was also in attendance, called out the opposition for what he termed as using their communities as a shield to practice violence.
There are people who have now specialized in using their communities as a shield to buttress their evil desires and their greed. We should not allow that to happen.
While responding to a petition by Taita Taveta Governor Andrew Mwadime on Tsavo National Park, the head of state directed the Ministry of Wildlife and the Kenya Wildlife Service to develop a matrix for the implementation of the new directive that will see Taita Taveta retain 50% of revenue generated by the park.
Nyinyi na watu wa KWS na wizara yetu ya utalii ambayo inahusikana na hiyo maneno, tutaketi chini. Zile pesa zinapatikana kutoka National Park hapa. Kama ni milioni 700 tugawe katikati.
President Ruto has also urged leaders not to embarrass the country to the international communities with protests. This comes a day after the Azimio la Umoja coalition announced that the anti-government protests will continue next week on Wednesday. Ruth Wanjiru for KUTV.
Moving on, a section of persons living with disability, PWDS, in Embu have decried marginalization in governance and employment opportunities in successive governments. The group, dubbed Community of Disabled Persons of Embu County, that is CODPEC, are calling on the government to implement the Disability Act of 2003 that gives them the opportunity to develop together with other citizens in attainment of all-inclusive government.
Community of Disabled Persons of Embu County, through a press briefing, have affirmed that people living with disabilities have been sidelined in appointments to political offices, employment opportunities, and tender awards. The community also say that they have been excluded in identification, planning, implementation, and evaluation of development projects right from the ward level.
Tuna request the Embu County government wakuwe inclusive na watrain the officials. Tunataka kufeel tunadhaminika kama walemavu.
Speaking during a press briefing in Embu town, Group Chairman of CODPEC Nyaga Sianyaga, on behalf of the people living with disabilities in Embu, made the recommendations to the county government, including equalization of opportunities, implementation of affirmative action for people living with disabilities, implementation of Public Participation Act and Disability Act 2003, accessibility of early childhood development education to children living with disabilities, and training of all county staff in disability equity and inclusion services.
Training of all county staff in disability, equity, and inclusion. This will contribute to the provision of accessible services to all citizens, including persons with disabilities. Enact a county disability bill and related policies to give inclusion legal grounding in the county.
Nyaga Sianyaga, Chairman CODPEC, and Winfred Wanja, member CODPEC, highlighted that training of county staff in disability equity and inclusion will greatly contribute towards provision of accessible services to all citizens. Salma Swaleh, KUTV.
Now in matters agriculture, Kenya Seed Company, in partnership with Simlo Seed Company, have introduced new indigenous vegetable varieties which are nutritious and with less acidic levels in a bid to reduce rampant cases of lifestyle diseases. The new varieties of Chinese spinach, spinach matumbo, and managu, amongst other vegetables varieties, have been described to have high nutritional value, as Dorothy Musyoka reports.
The Agriculture Show of Kenya, ESK, is back in Jokeri Showgrounds at Embu County after a 2-year break that is said to have been occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic, aiming at promoting climate-smart agriculture and trade initiatives for sustainable economic development.
Tumekaa kwa muda wa miaka 2 kama tujakuwa na maonyesho ya kilimo katika Embu, na kwa hivyo ni kama tuna bounce back kwa maonyesho ya kilimo, na kwa hivyo tunajua ya kwamba hii imeweza kutuadhiri kwa one way or another.
John Mukundi, County ASK Chairman, during the first day of the Agriculture Show, says the 3-day show attracted various sectors, showcasing their products and services. Mukundi added that it was a good forum for producers and other players in the agricultural industry to interact on the latest production scales and emerging trends that will assist farmers increase production and incomes.
Show ni kitu ya maana sana kwa sababu watu wengi sana unjana wanajifundisha mambo mengi sana. Pia show huwa ya maana sababu ina provide networking kwa watu ambao wanakuanga wakitaka kuuza vitu vyao.
Kenya Tea Development Agency KTDA Zone 5 Quality Assurance Manager Obedo Onduso cited that they are in the process of introducing value-added products. The agency projects officer Lucy Shege called on farmers to embrace diversification to increase source of income.
Of late tunaleta product kama zile value added product. Tuko na chai ambayo ni blended, tumeweka kwa tunauzia wakulima. Tuko na mitambo mpya ya kisasa ya kutengeneza orthodox teas.
We are encouraging them to, apart from relying on tea, diversify to other sources of income so that they can have more money and they can also have other things to do, because as you realize, they are only in tea between maybe for a few hours or for some few days in a week, but they also have other activities that they can do to make themselves sustainable.
This comes at a time when the government is working towards boosting agriculture, especially on coffee and tea sectors, to curb the effects of climate change and ensure food security in the country. Dorothy Musyoka, KUTV.
Moving on, still in matters agriculture, farmers in regions that receive less rains have been urged to embrace new hybrid of maize that is water efficient and matures within a short period of time. According to the principal research scientist at the Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization, that is KALRO, and the new hybrid WEMA 4141 is climate change ready and can tolerate major crop diseases. WEMA, which is derived from the water efficient maize for Africa, was researched by Carlo and Africa Agricultural Technology. Take a look.
Dr. Mrenga Mwimali, the principal research scientist at the Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization CALRO, noted that the WEMA 4141 hybrid of maize is high yielding and the stock remained green for a long time, making it best for feeding livestock after harvesting. He also warned the farmers against recycling the maize breed, as this leads to low productivity.
When you're developing a good hybrid maize variety, you have to have the specifications. And the specifications for these the hybrids that we have is early maturing, drought tolerance, high yielding, which is more important.
Integrated Community Organization on Sustainable Empowerment and Education for Development, EcoSeed, Director Patrick Muriuki said they closely work with the agricultural research organizations to ensure they get high-value hybrid, which in turn increases food production. He says WEMA 4141 can produce between 35 to 45 bags per acre during the dry season, making it easy for areas with little rains like Mwea, Mbeere, Tharaka, parts of Murang'a, and other regions to produce sufficient food.
Hii mahindi ya WEMA maize inaweza kutoka gunia 35 mpaka gunia 45 kulingana na vile hali ya hewa iko. Kukiwa na ukame kiasi, hii mahindi inaweza kutoa up to 30 bags per acre, na ni kumaanisha wakulima wanafaa kuiadopt ili waweze kulima mahindi ambayo itapatia familia chakula cha kutoza.
Phyllis Karinga, who is a farmer, has noted that the maize breed dries faster to the standard required moisture content for millers, thus reducing cases for aflatoxin. Daniel Magondu, who is the chairman of EcoSeed and a farmer, has called upon the government to recognize farmers by setting aside a national day where they are given opportunity to meet all stakeholders and share challenges as well as make proposals. Kadari Chari reporting for KUTV.
That brings us to an that brings us to the end of our news bulletin this morning, but not to worry, because more updated news pieces and new news is going to be coming to your screens later on at 6:30 in Kiswahili and 9 p.m. in English. So you can stick by KUTV Kenya and you're going to be knowing all about everything that is happening in the country. Away from that, we are about to have our first guest, and of course a subsequent guest. Like I have told you before, we're going to be sitting down for a film discussion, and we're going to be discussing a specific film called Kanairo, and we are excited for that one, so stick around for that conversation. And then we are going to be having two separate live acts. So we are going to be having a bomb time here. We are going to be listening to amazing voices, new creativity in the industry, and it's going to be amazing. So stick around for that one. But right about now, we want to take a short break. We have been speaking a bit much, so let's take a short break. When we come back though, there is still a lot on Art and Culture Monday, so stick around.
Kipindi hewani ni mitindo ya kipwani. Kama ilivyo kipindi hiki kinahusu nyimbo za taarab, chakacha, midwara, midundiko, bila kusahau mapishi. Ambao ndio uti wa mgongo wa pwani ya Afrika Mashariki.
Jamani, swahibu zangu mliopo maskani, hatuonani wenzangu, najua mwanitamani.
Hapa KUTV, nahodha mwendesha chombo cha baharini, yani ua linalonukia na kuvutia waridi tamu.
Kaka mtazamaji, popote ulipo, unapokuwa ukitazama Safina Show
inang'oananga sasa hivi. Ungana nami Albanas Mwania, nahodha wa Safina Show, nikutoe ng'ambo ya pili hadi ufuoni. Safina Show, sauti ya matumaini.
Technology, science, innovation, ICT and research. These are the ingredients upon which the solutions to the 21st century problems are founded. In a world that is rapidly changing, it's all hands on deck to ensure a balance in all fields of life. Women, young and old, are also in the front line, breaking the glass ceiling, becoming thought leaders in the larger tech space. Not forgetting other societies marginalized. And when the tech Avengers come together, we inch closer to a much safer, efficient, and sustainable world. What we view as a norm in today's advanced world was just an idea, and for nostalgic reasons, we trace back to the iconic days to bring you the retro tech. On Tech Innovation Show, we encapsulate all the pillars of the fourth industrial revolution, decoded in a language, all for one for all. Every Monday at 8:30 as we push the mantra, keep learning something new each and every day. Only on KUTV, a new experience.
What are some of the ways through which you can develop these skills so that you are comfortably fitting into the job?
You have to put yourself in positions where you are uncomfortable in the sense that you are not clear about what to do.
Because I used to work a corporate job before. So when I left, I happened to visit someone's farm around this area.
So this project is called Security Breach Detector 100 Cannons Familiarize. It is meant to be used to detect, detonate explosive.
We'll tackle all the tough issues, discuss all the weird moments, and hopefully share a few laughs along the way.
Kutoka kwa jamii ya kuhamahama na sasa kujumuisha kilimo katika mitindo yao ya maisha. kwenye toleo la kaunti ya Narok. Hii ni Boresha Kilimo, kwani afya bora ni kilimo bora.
Kwani kilimo ndicho huboresha maisha.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
But folks, I'm going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
Pepopa si vuguvugu. Pepopa ni idea.
Sazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, ndio inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni duniani leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
What's the one thing that you're looking forward to in this coming event?
Okay, we basically do pool parties, we do charitable events, corporate events, organizing birthday parties for people, and also pageantry, the modeling things.
By definition, is that the state is in charge of all children regardless of race, status, and their backgrounds. And it's mainly because the parents are also citizens of the country. They are the taxpayers. And they have given the obligation, through responsibility to the state.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing amazing this morning. We are at 4 minutes past 8 a.m. That means our first hour is gone. And we're about to sit down to have amazing conversations. As promised, I told you we are going to be talking matters film, and also we are going to be having live act in studio. So we are going to get into that briefly, shortly in this second hour and part of the third hour. That's all that we are going to be doing. But right about now, there is something that you should know about we want to talk about the mural launch, part of the Artist Corner Rejuvenation Project. You know, we like artists, you know, we like in any way they can be rejuvenated, or any project through which they can be rejuvenated, we are there. So the Australian High Commission, in partnership with the Kenya Cultural Centre, unveiled the Kenya Australia Mural Project in Artist Corner at the National Theatre as part of a wider rejuvenation of the space. Now, the project brought together 3 artists from Australia and Kenya. The Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Culture and Sports, Ababu Namwamba, reiterated that the Kenyan government is working on to continue supporting the art industry. That went down, and that is what you're taking a look at right about now on your screens. And we are happy anywhere artists are working in partnership with other countries, or the rejuvenation of any type, we are there for it. So that went down, and we are pretty excited about it.
In a vibrant celebration of art and cultural exchange, the Australian High Commission and the Kenya Cultural Centre have joined forces to rejuvenate Artist Corner, domiciled at the National Theatre. This collaborative project has seen 3 talented female artists who are commissioned to create a special Kenyan-Australian mural, bring a burst of colour and inspiration to the once subdued space. Serving as a hub for creative expression and development, Artist Corner now stands as a testament to the power of collaboration and the transformative nature of art. Among the attendees was Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Arts and Sports, Honorable Ababu Namwamba, who voiced the government's commitment to support the art industry.
That regeneration is also indicative of the new thinking in government. We are a government that is very keen, very deliberate.
Namwamba further notes that the Kenyan art scene has the potential to provide a sustainable livelihood for many Kenyan youths.
And just making sure that our artists, our creatives work in a better atmosphere, and that their work pays and pays well, and that what they do can support respectable, sustainable livelihoods. So it's really a symbol of that whole new dawn.
On his part, the Australian High Commissioner to Kenya, Mr. Luke Williams, noted that both cultures stand to benefit out of such partnerships.
We're extremely honoured to partner with Kenya's Ministry of Youth Affairs, the Arts and Sports, and the Kenya Cultural Centre to help rejuvenate the Wasani Artist Corner as an important space for young people to create and perform.
Artists were urged to continue creating art while at the same time preserving the culture that already exists. Yvonne Kemuma, KUTV.
Muziki ni tamu. Muziki ni tamu. Kushinda managu. Kushinda managu. Muziki ni tamu. Kushinda managu. Nasema ni tamu. Muziki ni tamu. Kushinda managu. Kushinda managu. Muziki ni tamu. Kushinda managu. Muziki ni tamu. Kushinda managu. Tamu. Kushinda managu.
Meeting Joy and being part of this project's been incredible. It's fantastic to have friends in a new part of the world and learn about them and their history and their creative process, and to see that as a street artist, you know, I've got friends all over the world who do similar things to me, and it's fantastic to find in Kenya that Joy follows a lot of similar processes for how she develops her characters and how she paints. You know, I think that's one of the fantastic things about street art, is that it unites people around the globe.
Hey there, I'm Joy Kito. Welcome to my artistic universe. It was an amazing experience for me, having been the first time collaborating with an Australian artist and having to represent it on the wall. And it was really an exciting process because I got to learn a lot, from coming up with the designs, Calf, Mim and I, and putting it together and having it on the wall.
Hi, I'm Mim. I'm a visual artist, and I got involved in this mural project through Proper Creative and Caffeine, who I've worked with before. We've done a wall together.
We are honoured to have collaborated on this project with the Australian High Commission. This is an inspiring work where we are putting together Kenyan artists and Australian artists to work on this amazing mural, basically trying to show how our two countries are connected, and especially through artists. And the mural ensures that this space is more conducive and more friendly for the artists to use. And
I'm excited about this project and possible projects in the future.
So it's fantastic in a way that there are, I guess, for the main players for this wall, Joy and Mim and myself, 3 women in 3 different parts of the world collaborating to create this one unified image. And I love the symbolism of that, but I also know that it's going to be a really strong, proud, joyful, happy, uplifting mural. And I love that idea so much.
Like, there was a lot that I learned from the Australians, and I hope that they learned from my side too, and having to represent both countries in one work was really amazing. It was an amazing experience.
Muziki ni tamu. Muziki ni tamu. Kushinda managu. Kushinda managu.
Where do you draw your inspiration from?
I draw my inspiration from my everyday life, like from other people's experiences, my own experiences. So, yeah.
All right. So I tell you something funny. Most artists are actually very shy in front of the audience, and I think Joy wants to melt away. One last question, please. How did this work? How did you feel? What was the process like working with the collaborators from Australia and the Aboriginal Australian artist?
It was an amazing experience because I got to learn a lot, and plus it was my first time collaborating with Australian artists. So I really learned a lot from the cultures and to Kenya, like coming up from the designs, from the sketches to putting it together to a whole painting and to the wall. It was a really amazing experience.
All right.
Yes.
I know I said final. Can I have one final? If we are to look at the mural the 3 of you did, what would you like us to see? What do you like us to feel? What are we expressing?
I'd like you to feel like the collaboration and the strong, like coming up with all these. The main thing was to like represent the friendship between the connection between Australia and Kenya. So that's basically what I'd like you to feel.
All right, thank you very much, and thank you for joining us in Piggy and Coffee one more time. All right, up next, we invite an artist from PAL for some.
We need to preserve it, we need to create it day by day. Culture is key. From performing with flat shoes, she now believes that her poetry heals. shifting guys from the real world away from the troubled thoughts, making her poetry appear as appeal. Today, I was told to proudly introduce myself as an African, keeping in mind on the cultural diversity in place. I had to make sure that no one felt out of place. Confusion in disguise had to take place when man got curious and worked in hand as they yearned to reach the Mecca. But you see, as they were building the tower, they were divided into different linguistic groups, a sign that they ought to focus more on understanding their differences in place of building the tower. Now bringing culture as a foundation to explain our origin. Mwachamila ni mtumwa. But now let's get back to our roots, our indigenous knowledge, which as much as we are enlightened to the modern cultures, we grew being taught. But you see, this knowledge on our foods, innovations, skills still sticks. Now this one is inborn. Hini story sio lazima uwe online. I'm sure no one will be left hanging. But you see, culture being a free given gift, we don't need the net for us to work, but culture became common as we got to network while living in close contact with nature. And as wished, this ought to reflect good health, new wealth. But welcome to my motherland where vitu kwa ground ni different. So culture shouts, since when did we get carried away by embracing the foreign cultures more, yet we fail to tap to our own, that I can dish managu, ndomangwa, shesageti, and be placed in accordance to class of not having a better choice. Yet we can quickly attest that in the foreign lands, these are the fast sell foods. Now without question, it's evident that culture is the foundation of every nation. Ironically, sisi ndio wenyeji, yet we point fingers kwa wale daktari wa mitishamba. Eti siwezi tumia dawa za kienyeji, stereotype ni eti watasema mimi ni mshamba. Yet that might be that one solution to that health problem just after taking that concoction. Now what about our songs, our dances? Now these were linked to the laws of the land. Now this was a wise way to pass it to the next generation. The young, the old, everyone had their own share of the cake. Ironically, siku hizi utasikia mtoto akisema how much they love their motherland. Cha kushangaza ni eti hata ajui lugha yake ya mama. Now culture is key. Now I'll tell this to my daughters. Tell this to the sons, the daughters. Sit with them beside the fireplaces. Go with them to the evening walks and tell them that even as they focus on their looks, they should never forget their roots. And if they ask you how natural you went, east or west, proudly attest that all this is perceived from home. Now may we flourish as we embrace our cultures, and the next time they tell you, how natural are you? Tell them east or west, all this is perceived from home. Culture is key. Lucy Empress.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the mural launch, part of the Artist Corner Rejuvenation Project that went down at the Kenya National Theatre. And definitely, if it's talking about spoken word artists, if it's talking about arts, artists in general, you know we are there. So we love to see it, and we hope that that relationship that was started then, that it will keep growing and, you know, push our artists to higher levels and higher heights. We want to move on to our first conversation of the day, because we are here. I've been talking about this one since the beginning. We are sitting down and talking about all matters film, and I am not alone in studio. I am joined by a beautiful, brilliant lady that you cannot wait to hear from. So we are getting into that right about now. So, ladies and gentlemen, at exactly 19 minutes past 8 a.m. is when we start our first conversation. And like I have said, I am not alone. So I want her to say hello, before we dive into all this. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you? I am good. Wow. Okay. How are you doing? How is your Monday morning? I am good.
Monday is Monday.
Are you typically a morning person?
Whenever I'm needed person.
When you're needed.
Yes, when you're a filmmaker, you cannot afford to say I'm a morning person, I'm an evening person.
You are there. Oh, perfect. That is perfect because tulikuwa tunakutaka leo. We really were in need of you today. I want you to say hello to guys at home. Tell us who you are, what you do, the reason why you're here, and then we jump right into the interview.
Right. My name is Sasima Siwanza.
Yes, Sasi.
I'm a film and TV producer, director, screenwriter.
Yes. You wear many hats. Producer, director, screenwriter. Ooh, perfect.
Imagine
we
you
like
have
it.
to.
Yeah.
Survival for the fittest, right?
It's kind of the thing that is needed in film.
Yeah.
You can just do one thing like me.
You can, but our industry is not as matured enough for you to just say, I'm going to stick to one thing. Sometimes when you stick to one thing, you're unable to do many other things, and then jabos na kupita too evil.
Yes.
So you'd rather
wear many hats until you figure it out.
Not until. You can figure all the many hats.
Yes.
It's just that you don't want to die while you're waiting for another job.
Exactly. Ooh, perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to see the trailer to the film that is Kanairo right about now. So let's get a watch at that so that now we are seated and talking about the same thing. Sawa. Right about now.
Yaani kuna mafala wamejiseti base. Wali umesotaje unakosadi chwani? Wanangojo wafanye job kuja watolee form. Sasa itabidi ungoje nifike hivyo BS ndo tubanje. Sawa? Chonjo. Manze life Kanairo saa zingine si easy. But there is always a bright side to everything. No. Manze hizi ni gani tena Jo? Mashuksha. Mimi naitwa John. Matuneza niita Jonte.
If there is something that I loved about this trailer, niva venye iko punchy. Like there were a lot of it felt very much like a trailer. Like like this is on this one and this one. Yes, I am definitely like I am going to watch it. Yes, I do. One, because I like our own Kenyan film. Like it feels very very relatable. Mm-hmm. Like like when I have been in that situation, like it feels very much like that. So I am definitely going to be watching it.
It would have been nice if you had already watched it, because now the trailer and the film are almost two different things, and they did that
on purpose. What? So now I think I have a gist of what is going on. Turns out I don't know nothing.
Nope. You have a few tiny little things.
Yes. Sawa, you and I, because I know you guys at home are watching, we are going to commit to go and watch Kanairo so that we can understand and enjoy and learn, because I feel like there's a lot in there. As I was going through the bio, I felt like there's a lot to unpack. Honestly, it didn't take me a minute to come up with 20-30 questions. Like it felt like there's a lot that is going on. I'm not going to ask you all of them. Relax.
Should I run?
No, don't run away. Let's start from you. Tukujue kidogo. When did you get into the film industry? Like what was the point where you decided film is what I want to do?
Those are two different questions.
Yes.
The point I decided film is what I wanted to do was when I started seeing a different representation of Kenya on screens, which was when Sugar was premiering. I cannot remember the year.
Yes.
but I remember I was a young baby. I had not gone into campus just yet. I'm not even sure. I think I was in between high school and campus, and I was about to make a decision on what I wanted to do. And prior to that, we had Akina Vioja Mahakamani, Tausi, Inspector Mwala or something of that sort. And all of this, the productions that I was seeing, they were very limited to a certain location and a certain character. And all these people spoke Swahili that we hardly, from my neck of the woods, we hardly spoke that Swahili. So I was like, you want to tell me is this how we are supposed to be speaking, or we're supposed to be dealing with things? And then so when I saw Sugar, and I saw this on the trailer, when she says, I love you, Violet, when she says, I love you, Nairobi, I saw Uhuru Highway, and I was like, stop, I see this place every day, and I was like, this is what I wanted to do. And then so now I transitioned to now, because I thought it was acting at the time. So when I went into campus, I selected film in all my campus selections. Like any university that had film, I had film anywhere. And if there's nothing I left, well, it was very bold at the time, but because ningekosa kuitwa
it had to be. I know that even now, that's very, if you're going to pick one thing and put it on all the campus applications.
And I thought like I wanted to act, but turns out when I went to film school, I realized actually I don't want to act.
There are a lot of things
other things
you can do that are not exactly acting, but still in the film industry. So you went through campus. Where did you go to campus? Here.
Yes. KU.
Welcome home.
I told you I'm home. I came here.
Thank you. Wow. How was the experience like you had imagined?
What, film school?
Yes, film school.
I didn't have any imagination of film school, because I thought I was coming to learn how to act. And then I'm very animated. I'm very bubbly. I'm full of energy under normal circumstances. So I thought, this is what I wanted to do. And then I come and I'm realizing it's not just acting. There's directing, there's script writing, there's producing, there's all of these other things that I can do. Animation, scoring. I'm like, what? Stop.
There are a lot of...
You said I don't have to act. I can do many other things.
Yes, there are other things that you can do.
And the first project that I did, actually the first 3 years in school, all the projects that I did, I maintained being an actor. I maintained, because I thought that is what I wanted to do. And then I realized actually, you
don't have to do that. You can be doing a lot of other work.
Still, also, you can control a lot more when you're not in front of the screen.
Thank you.
And I'm a controlling person.
So you did like that.
We have to have a conversation about why I need to do something according to how you think it's right. And then so now I had to start learning how to direct, how to produce, how to write across my film school journey. Went to the industry, did a couple of TV dramas and films.
Including which one?
I produced Mama Digital on Ibri TV. I produced Mjinga na Mshenzi, aired on Ibri TV. I was in Kona, but that was the very first time when I was acting, when I thought I wanted to act.
Okay.
Yes, Kona, Mnet, and then after Mama Digital, Ibru came to KUTV, did a stint in KUTV. Silver Screen is one of the products that I did, focus on health, budding entrepreneur. All of those were under my name. And then I left KUTV, went and did business television on Metropole TV. And then now, I came back to filmmaking last year and produced A Better Life, now streaming on Showmax. And then now Kanairo.
Yes, amazing. You have been through it.
I have.
Where? I'm seeing years of
experience.
Of experience and of different things that I have actually heard of but didn't know. Well, I am
now
in the presence of greatness. It is good to acknowledge.
Thank you.
Yes, that I am. So then that has been the Kasafari, the journey. Let's get to Kanairo. So what inspired Kanairo?
Kanairo.
Yes.
Kanairo, it's usually a very hard question for me to answer, because Kanairo is a mesh of so many things that is happening in the society. When I sat down to write it, I didn't say, what, inspiration come, let me write. No, it didn't come like that. It almost like bulldozed itself through me. When I started writing Kanairo, I didn't even know what I was writing. Same as so many other script writers, when you're writing a script from zero, like you haven't had any workshop,
Yeah.
you don't know anything about it,
Yeah.
and it's just you and the screen and Celtics writing.
Yeah.
And so when I started writing it, it became very clear that all these themes were coming through me, right? And we were talking about, at the time, LGBTQ discrimination was very, very high, and people were being killed left, right, and center.
Yes.
And it came through me, and I looked at love in the story. I looked at mobile loans in the story and how deep somebody can get into mobile loans. I looked at high functionality depression. And then in the end, it felt like I was channeling somebody who had already committed suicide and wanted their story out.
Yeah.
So it ended up being about suicide. So when I wrote it, it's a 12-minute film.
Yeah.
When you read the script and when you see it on the movie is when you feel the weight.
Yes, the weight of everything that is covered in there. Yes, like I was telling you before we started, like as honestly as I was preparing for this, I felt like there was a lot going on. Like there was very many themes covered, very many issues, relatable issues that are in the film. So if you have not been inspired to watch Kanairo, this is your moment. This is the time, because in under 12 minutes, in 12 minutes you will have gone through the roller coaster
of emotions.
Exactly, of emotions, because of whatever is going on.
Right.
So why did you decide to call it Kanairo?
Okay, so the naming of Kanairo came a little later, because when the first draft of the script was called Nairobi Ni Character Development.
Yes. Okay. Character development.
Massive.
This Nairobi.
But it's true though.
But it's true.
When you see the life of Jonte, and as he goes through his own challenges and stuff, you realize he's not even being character developed. He's just being a Nairobian in Nairobi.
Yeah, like normal life.
Do you know what I mean? And then I was like, okay. Yeah. Then Kanairo just came up.
Fits. Like I mean, from when you have told me about whatever inspired, whatever is covered, Kanairo like kind of covers. It's like an umbrella that covers everything. Right. Because all of that is happening right here in Nairobi.
Right.
Yes. All of that. So I think it was a perfect selection. Thank you. In case you are wondering. I know you've been told that a number of times.
Yeah. But you know, sometimes you don't even want to name your film at something so complicated. You want something people can remember, like this.
Yes, haraka and get to it. So Kanairo, we are going to be repeating that a number of times so that you don't forget it. So I know you have mentioned a number of issues covered, but what themes have been covered in the film?
So the major theme that I wanted to address, especially in Kanairo, was the high functionality depression, which is very rampant.
Yes.
And as I was doing research on suicide, we realized that 78% of the population that had committed suicide in 2021 were men. 78%.
That's a lot.
12% are only women.
Yeah.
Are we trying to say, like, in 10 people, 8 have committed and are men? What are we saying? What's the problem? Ooh. So when I started going down, and when you watch the film, you'll understand why the breakdown had to be like that. When I started going down, I realized men don't have safe spaces. They don't have anybody to talk to. Like, us guys, we can chit chat. We don't know each other. I'm like, hey, let me tell you.
Like
and then remember that time. Umesema 10 million things zenye zimekuaffect na amekupatia advice, like, okay, I should
maybe
consider.
I should try that.
But men, they don't. So when Jonte was going through his life, when the film begins, you almost feel like he's just going through a normal life. It's just Nairobi. I mean, nothing is happening. But you can also see him struggle to survive. And he's really beating, every single thing, and he's trying to survive until the end. And you realize, okay, the whole time he was struggling to survive. He didn't have anybody to talk to. All of these things felt like they were just zilikuwa zinamwangukia tu all at once. And then the final straw was his conscience telling him, you might want to consider. I don't think you want to live tomorrow. That's the final straw. And we don't know if he actually takes away his life or not. Yes. And that's why now we are developing.
Wait, is there going to be a second? Shall we ask that right now?
Yes. We are actually developing a feature, 1 hour. It's 1 hour 40 minutes right now. Movie that can you know.
Please.
Yes, yes.
Because that is such a cliffhanger. Like, the thing I don't to be left hanging is whether someone dies or not. You're almost like, is the other one ready?
Do you
Like,
know,
is
yeah,
it-
because sometimes when the audience are watching, then you get to make your own decision as an audience. Should he kill himself or should
Exactly.
he struggle tomorrow?
Okay, that's a good question to finish a film with. All right,
Yes,
so suicide and mental health. Let's talk about just men kidogo. Where can they find safe spaces? I know we are not men. I hope that you who are watching can be able to talk to me. Tell me, where do you guys vent? Where do you guys go? You know, just to hang out and actually talk about your issues, and not just bro each other out and you go home and you have talked about nothing. Where do you guys go to vent, to let off some steam? Where did you find if there are any spaces they can actually
we did.
be able to go?
Well, not necessarily. We did a workshop with the crew and the cast just before we got into the shooting period. And you know, in a workshop there's a lot of brainstorming. You go through the script and you're discussing, and everybody's like, guy, unajua hata mimi ile siku alafu kuna kazi yangu fulani hata alichotangwa hivyo. And you realize these guys don't have somebody to listen. They can't offer each other as a source of audience. Men can't offer each other as a source of audience. And women can offer ourselves only when need be.
Okay.
Only when need be.
Yes.
Sometimes when a man comes and tells you, hey, ni agent said na, so you're like, hey, excuse me.
Yeah.
Are you my brother, my father, or my...
Exactly.
Do you know what I
So
mean? Like,
only when...
Yeah, when need be. If you're somebody who is, then I can give you.
Yes.
The rest I really don't
really care. And that is so true, because like a random guy, even just can I talk to you? No, me, I'm thinking, no, what are you doing?
Once madam, you're like, ah?
Yeah. So we need to be better safe
How dare
spaces.
he call me madam?
I know. Hold up, I'm just a girl.
Exactly.
So lesson for women, we might just want to give more grace and let
the society in general.
Yes.
And that's why when we're working on the feature, we're integrating with the Nairobi Council to see if they can be able to provide these services, at least to the guys who can be able to reach them. Use the film to get to where they need help.
Yes,
and have a talk and a conversation with somebody.
Exactly. Okay, I hope that is a continuing conversation. I think we should talk more on that. You've mentioned about a workshop that you had, and actually one of my questions was that the experience pre, during production and post production with the cast and crew. Just how was that? Was it enlightening in any way? Was it eye opening in any way?
As a director, myself and my producer, we made sure that our crew and cast had limited access to women. In this case, I had to make sure that the crew and the cast had majority of the men to see how men interact with other men. Because because most of the time a man would say, unajua ni udem, nule dem yake. Yeye ndo anakuanga shida. Mamake ndo anamsumbuanga. Sijui nani ndo anamsumbuanga. It's never brother, simama ni nini unafanya ni mfano unafanya, you know? It's never that. It's always another woman who's causing my pain. And so when we were having that conversation, I didn't want it to be a woman to be another reason for why. So we maintained a full male cast and a full male crew. Well, majority of it, except 2 women who are cast and 2 women who are crew. Only.
The rest was
male.
Male,
all of them.
Yeah.
And the reason why is so that they can be able to integrate with the story, because they would be able to give us the raw emotions at the end of the day that are our first audience. So when you're having that the workshop, it ended up being so interesting between me and my producer. We were crying. We were like, oh my God, let me hug you. Guy, we need to buy them flowers. Me and my producer, she's called Clemo. We need to buy them flowers. We need to buy everyone flowers. Imagine they've never received flowers. Like, they've never received a gift. They were so broken. And it's only through the conversation that we realize that men are seeking for this attention and affection. And there's no one to give.
You know, last Monday but one, we were talking about a function that was going on called Give the Woman Her Flowers. I think it's about time we call the men, right? And, you know, and give them some flowers. Because come to think of it, it's almost I almost expect to get a gift. Like, you know,
first of all, if your birthday pita, then there's no gift.
And it's coming up. There will be problem.
akange akijua kwenye anaenda.
True.
Okay. Except you don't think about them like that.
Yes.
Yeah. And they are human beings. They seek also emotional connection.
Yes, exactly. And just like everyone is happy being gifted. Like
Right.
you don't have to be a woman. It's not gender specific.
Exactly. It became so emotional. Me, I shed a tear so many times. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe.
Yeah.
Now you go home, you look at your dad, you're like, okay, I'm so sorry you're a man. And then you look at your brother, I'm so sorry. Like you're feeling for them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but this is so true. Like even case in point of even when we go visiting home, chances shopping is for mom. Like chances of you got your dad something, maybe like those special once a year. Okay, so yeah, maybe we as a society, all of us need to sit down and actually go through this, which is the reason why you should watch Kanairo, because it will open your eyes to things that you think are normal but are not.
They're not normal.
They are not.
Even when you look at the statistics with suicide and depression and stuff, it was mind-blowing to me that men are the ones who are depressed.
Yes.
And yet a man will never project it. You know, like a woman, we're so bubbly. We're so out there.
Like go on,
you
and
would know
on.
when someone is off, you'll be like,
you're not your usual.
Yeah,
your usual bubbly self. What's up? And then now we talk about it, and I go home a bit relieved and even happy. So yeah, maybe as a society we need to do something. We need to listen more to the men in our lives. We need to give them space to talk a bit more. You've talked about Clemo, your producer, and I just wanted to know your experience. How was it working with her? How did you think she did? Because she's not here. So how do you think she did as a producer?
Well, she's here. She's
she's not on air.
Yes.
Yes, but how was
she did
working with her and
producer?
how she did? Yes.
Well, she's my partner, so we correct each other when need be.
Yes.
We correct each other when need be. I think for us, the relationship that we forged is one that we are each other's backbones.
Yes.
So there's no way some cracks will fall off and I'm there and I'm not able to pick them up.
Yes.
So there was a lot of collaboration between me and her. And same as many other producer-director relationship, there's no way you'll be on set and be at peace when you are fighting with your director.
Yes.
I mean with your
producer.
Yes.
Yes.
Because sasa mnaweza kuwa mnakujiwa na wezi na huko hapa ati action.
Yeah.
How?
Now, you can be out here actioning.
You cannot,
well.
you cannot.
The other things are burning on the side.
And then everything else is going down. So there's a lot of collaboration and there's a lot of leaning on each other, trust that is in there. So I think she did well. We shot in the middle of Nairobi.
Yes.
Across Nairobi to... Okay, so we shot in 3 locations. We shot in Nairobi, we shot in Umoja 3, and we shot in Makadara or Madaraka.
Both of those places are places.
Yes.
Makadara, exactly.
All of those places, all of those places are very risky places to shoot at.
Yes.
Let alone shoot at while you're a woman.
Yeah.
And let alone when you have a very limited crew.
Exactly.
So for us to have been able to shoot in those 3 locations and come out with a film, I have to applaud her.
Yes. That deserves some applause. I was at a shoot recently where someone tried to throw stones at our drone.
Ona?
Yeah.
Wakenya.
Like, I'm like, what? To having been able to put that together in those very high risk places, makofi. To both of you, to your producer and you and the cast and the crew, everybody, just makofi. It's not the easiest place to shoot.
It really isn't. And sometimes when you see it on the film, you hardly even notice that you're in a very high risk. Like everything is so like, we're just making a film.
Yeah, it's like just the box of where you are making the film, not forgetting exactly the environment you are in. Makofi kwenyu. How long did it take to put it together?
So we shot. So the whole film, putting it together, the whole film, from the beginning to the end, I would say about 2 months, because we started in mid-December.
Yeah,
and then we were done with post-production by end of January, and then so we went into distribution.
Yes. Ooh, that was so that it was like a short, intense.
It has to be intense because even the themes that we were talking about, they're not easy themes. So when you're having to integrate with your actor and tell them what they have to do, there has to be a lot of research.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
And you have to feed them exactly what they need to do. Otherwise, tu ni mtu amekuja, he has to wear somebody else's shoes.
Exactly.
But this is your film.
You need them to embody.
Exactly. And when you watch it, the actor, he's called Jeff Omondi, he plays Jonte so well I think his name is now Jonte.
Yeah. Like you see him and you're like, Jeff is gone.
Do you know what?
Jonte.
And everybody else, the moment you watch the film and then you meet up with him, you're like, Niaja Jonte?
Yeah. So he became Jonte. Yeah. That is nice. Yeah. You have mentioned about shooting in risky places. What are some of the challenges that you went through?
Shooting in risky.
Yeah. Wow, great answer, in fact.
But yeah, I mean, security is always a big challenge, especially in film sets. But our producer did a really good job with that, and she handled security very well. We also had, funding has always been a problem. We had an investor pull out the morning of shoots. And me and my producer are looking at each other like, okay, we might as well shoot it because now,
now everything is ready.
Start to do. Everybody is here. The equipment is here, and then there's no money. So, but those are things that you prepare for as a filmmaker because it doesn't come easy. And then not so many people understand the whole process of investing in a film and returns and all of that. So as you take it as a business, you have to recognize as an art, it is a business, but so many other people will look at it as an art.
Yes.
So it's upon you to tell them that you might look at it as an art, but I do this
as business.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
The reasons for pulling out?
There are personal reasons. You can't really, I cannot come here and say, hey, let me tell you, no.
Yes.
There are personal reasons, but there are things that happen with investors. You're in one time and then you get cold feet because of the whole nature of the film industry in itself. You get cold feet, you're unsure if you're going to get your money back, and then you put in your money and then inakosa kuja, you're like, okay, sawa.
Yeah.
But it's fine. All investors know when you're investing into something, there's a level of risk.
There's a level of risk to it. And actually, I don't judge from this point. It's just that the morning of the shoot.
Imagine. I was like, jana usiku what's wrong with you?
Any other time would have been better than the morning of the shoot.
But also, it tells you that you need to have a crew that is very solid with your idea.
Yes.
So that by the time something like this is happening, all of you are not falling down the cracks. Right? So the shoot can still continue.
Exactly.
You don't have to rely on one person for you to make art.
You kind of have to have backup. Plan
B, C, D. And that's filmmaking.
Yes, and that is
backups.
True. Because things will go wrong. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong.
That's the day it rains. That's the day sijui kuna ambulance, kulichomeka, sijui
It's bad. Some people are commenting online and asking some questions. Francis Maina anasema, good morning Karen, we are following the conversation live from Dendegwa. Thank you very much, Francis. Another is asking Mark Mwangi Washira anasema, is your video part of a strategy or campaign, and how will you measure the results and ROI?
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh, that's somebody who understands.
Yeah, that's someone who is understanding what's going on.
Speak. After this, yes. So we shot the short film is 12 minutes.
Yes.
The feature is going to be 1 hour, around 1 hour 40 minutes. It's a full feature.
Yes.
1 hour 40 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes. Yes. But when we're shooting the short film, we shot it as a proof of concept. So that yes. So by the time you're watching, you're ending when you're like,
yes,
I need more.
Yeah.
It is meant to be like that,
exactly.
so that we can get more.
Perfect.
So so we shot it as a proof of concept. It's currently on the festival run, so how we can measure the ROI is currently on the festival run, but because it also has gotten the attention of big distributors, then we can say at least atujenda vibaya sana.
Mko sawa.
So far, seeing as it's only how many months? 5 months from February.
From February, yes, that should be about 5 months.
Yes.
Other films have achieved less. Trust me. Yes. So this one is so far.
We cannot be mad about it.
You cannot be mad about whatever is happening right now.
Yes, but we're actually using the same. Sorry to cut you short.
No, that's okay.
We are actually using the same short film to get into crowdfunding for the feature.
Yes.
For anybody, after we won the Sondeka, anybody wanted to support, we didn't have a channel where they could support. They'll say, oh my God, it's such a nice film. I heard you guys are doing a longer version. We're like, yeah, we're looking for funds. How can I support them? You're like,
we didn't think that far ahead.
Apo sasa.
But
now
do you
we have
think
the funding.
do you think that is one of the challenges in filmmaking? Like, I know there is the realistically looking at it, you want to have backup, but sometimes to just have that crowd funding platform, or rather to have a funding platform put in place,
right?
Because some people will want to actually fund.
Actually, there are guys who are very interested in supporting the arts. They don't have a problem with it. They don't even want you to bring back their money. They just want, they're like, you're doing, you're two women, mnangangana, unajua ni ngumu, wacha nikupatie aka kapesa. Unasema asante, thank you so much. And the others were like, hey, good job, and they just clap and end of story. So sometimes as a filmmaker, and we didn't see it as a potential way to fund for the film. Until after we won, and everybody was like, how can I support? And we can't say send on my M-Pesa because it would look like, hey, kwani ninakulipia rent ama kunaenda aje?
Exactly.
So you want to be professional about it. But it all depends on the strategies that you have in place and what it is that you want to do. There are many films that might not work on crowdfunding. And the other films you'll get little to no support at all. So it depends ni wapi kwenye unaenda. Kuna ile yenye ukiangalia hivi unasema it's more of a business than it is a passion project. Let me just approach investors only, and the others who let me go for funding only. So you look for opportunities for funding. The others you're looking for investors. The other you're looking for anybody who can be able to support. Let them support.
So the only way not allowed is not to have a strategy.
Not to have a strategy is the only way not allowed. Same as life, I guess.
Exactly. So have a strategy, whichever way it goes, then good for you.
It's a plus.
Yes, I think this is a good point to talk about Sondeka Awards. And how are you feeling to win?
That's usually such a weird question. You feel good. You really feel good. You feel validated. And sometimes because when you make the film, you almost look like a crazy person. From conception to the end, you almost look like you're very fixated on one idea.
It's like someone asking you, so what are you doing currently? Then you go on and on about suicide.
And they're like, something is wrong.
Something is wrong with you. So, are you okay? Okay.
So when we got the award, it was a surprise for us, but also the entries that were in the Sondeka Awards, they're talking about very heavy themes. There was domestic violence, then there was this mental health, and then there was another on disabilities, not inability, and stuff like that. So there were themes that could interest you. But also, I'm not sure why they chose it to be the Judges Award, because the Judges Award is not being voted by the public. It's the judges who pick the most elite product out of the selection, and then now we get the Judges Award. So it was a surprise for us. Mi nilikuwa ninangoja tuitwe best short film, and then so me and my producer were chatting away, and then we're hearing Kanairo. I'm like, Kanairo? Why are they calling Kanairo that much? Kumbe si ndo tunaitwa stage.
Wow,
so
I'm sure that like you have said, I think validating is the word. And then for it to be at judges, like this is like being judged but now on a higher level.
Right?
Yes, because people, I will vote as a friend. I like what you're doing.
Support.
But the judge has it's
no correlation.
What is the best product among these good products? Wow.
It ended up being the Judges Award, and then it was also screened during the event, which was a plus for me, because I always wanted to see it. As a filmmaker, you just want to see how people are going to receive it. And it's such a dark film. It's such a dark film. As a filmmaker, I'm like, why would you want to watch such a dark film? And then
because that is reality kwa ground, mambo iko hivyo.
Mazeni kitu yenye inaweza kutrigger hivi, but inakutrigger polepole na kuuliza maswali. So nikaanza kuona the reaction, and I'm like, okay. I got more fire to now make the longer version.
Exactly. All right, we are headed into wrapping up. So anyone that is watching Kanairo, the 12 minutes as we wait for the feature, what are some of the things, like I know we have talked about them throughout the show, but in one nice wrap, what do you want them to take home? What do you want anyone that sits to watch Kanairo to take away from?
I think the most important thing that Kanairo tries to tell people is it's important for us to create safe spaces for individuals. Let alone just at the male and the female gender. It's just important for us to create safe spaces for everybody alike, but mostly to give the male child a listening ear.
Yeah.
It's not that they cannot speak.
Yes.
They can speak, and their voice has been muted because of the society and how everything is going on.
Yes.
And because their voice has been muted, now the girl child is suffering. Now we have so many single parents. Now we
Yes.
have so many broken families because the man doesn't feel that his voice is being heard.
Exactly.
And so while we're here tunaweka the girl child on a pedestal and forgetting about the boy child, itafika mahali mwanamke ndo atakuwa amechukua usukani kila mahali, but hatutakuwa na watoto
because now
wanaume wote wameenda,
exactly,
wamejiua, awasikiki wameenda,
exactly.
So we're just a community of female only.
Yeah.
So it's important to have the balance, and I think it begins with creating the safe space.
Exactly. And I think we have had this very similar conversations here on this show. We said we need a balance as we protect, guard the girl child. We need to know that they will relate very much with the boy child. So if there is no balance, then we're just one-siding the community, the society in general. And like you have said, like in the long term, we may not have a society. Just
will it be sad?
Yes.
To
Which
see
is
that
very sad.
Say like any male figure that you have in your life, your son, your dad, your brother, all went because they committed suicide.
No.
And they couldn't talk to you.
Yeah.
How would you feel?
I think very bad. So I think we need to get to that point.
But the feature also addresses that. The feature truly now gets down into why a man would not feel like he cannot speak to anybody. And what has he done to be able to get there? The feature actually has a way better ending.
Yeah.
It gives you a complete ending.
Yes, all right. We are looking forward because cliffhangers are not my thing. Yes. That is why series are, you keep wanting to
struggle
go.
For you.
Yes, it's a very big struggle for me. One last question from Mark as well. Anasema, what is your long-term goal? How important is company culture to you? Let's answer these questions as moja. Okay. What is your long-term goal? I know, of course, we are going for the future for Kanairo.
Okay.
We are going for the future. Is there anything you're thinking on it?
Yes, we're already in conversations with a leading international streaming platform for the future.
Yes.
So that's always a positive.
True.
If you have elicited any attention from the short,
yes,
and you get the attention of a leading streaming platform,
yes,
international streaming platform.
Yeah.
So that is the future. And then also we're planning for an international festival run with a feature as well.
Yes.
But so far, tunaona atuko pabaya sana.
Yes, I think
the distribution of the feature is at least sorted for now.
Is going well.
Yes.
Perfect. The next one is how important is company culture to you, and what measures do you take to maintain your desired culture?
Yes. Okay. For an arts company like the one that we have, for an arts company that the one that we have, it's important to ensure that we're able to hear each other and we're able to trust each other, because at the end of the day, art is all about emotion and eliciting emotion from the audience.
Yes.
And most of our first audiences are the people who we're working with, the crew, the cast, and everybody who's with us. So for us, it's very important for trust, being able to support each other as you're going, because it's very, very hard also. We have very long working hours.
Yes.
And like early morning,
late nights and early mornings.
Kusimama the whole day.
Yeah.
Yes, so there's that. But also timekeeping is a very important element in filmmaking, because every single time you're losing the sun, you're losing some money.
Exactly.
Every single second is almost equivalent to a
when
million.
The sun goes down, you've not done what you meant to do for the day, you're not doing well.
And then if you have an investor like us who pulls away, then
now things are bad.
Gets worse. So the discipline. There's a quote that I saw that success is on the other side of discipline.
Yes.
It cannot come more correct than in filmmaking.
Yes.
You have to be disciplined with every single facet of filmmaking if you're going to make it in the other side.
Yeah. So show up on time.
Yes. Do your due diligence, do your research, do everything that is needed to be done by the time it's needed to be done, because it's always a time issue.
Exactly.
Always a time issue.
Yes, it is the when is as important as what you are doing.
Yes.
Wow,
yes.
amazing. But you are here early, very, very early. And you see I like the way this interview has gone. You're massacring all my questions, which I like.
Wow,
so, yes, you're doing well. The 30 of them.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
Yes.
Where can we go to watch the feature? Kanairo?
Okay, so right now I'm
Yes.
crowdfunding for the feature. So I'm imploring for guys to really support us. And as a tuma 10,000.
Yes, as much as you can.
And as a tuma 10 shillings and as a tuma 10,000 in denominations of 1 until 1 million.
Yes.
But kwa 1 million we can talk.
Yes.
Usitumi pesa mingi, hiyo tunaweza ongea
piga
kando.
kwanza.
Hiyo tunaweza ongea kando. So we have a crowdfunding link already on our social media handles, which is at Real Strike Studios.
Yes.
It's on the I think you saw it on the trailer.
Yes.
At Real Strike Studios. So when you get to at Real Strike Studios, you'll be able to see so many of the other things that we are doing, and you should be able to get a link of the crowdfunding. So we implore the audience to please tusaidieni tafadhali.
Thank you.
And then so once it's done, hopefully as of next year, we will come here again and tell you where they're going to be airing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, but I'm
Hopefully
hoping
on
we'll have
international platform.
Yes, but I'm hoping we're going to have a premiere as well. If that does happen,
Please, yes.
yes,
Yeah,
I am
I
calling
mean,
for guys to come
for
and
guys
watch in the
to-
cinema.
Exactly.
Bring your girlfriend and your mom.
Yes. And that's the thing I like about this film. Your dad, your brother, your kid, all of
them can come and watch.
the film. We are looking forward to that. But right about now, in denominations of 1, so from 10 bob, 100 bob, 1,000 bob, you have paid for far less amazing things. You can
Yes.
definitely afford a few coins to throw in that basket,
Yes.
and and enjoy just an amazing show. I'm going to be getting to that. Kindly one more time repeat the socials, and then just invite guys to watch Kanairo.
Okay, so the social media handles for the company is at Real Strike Studios.
Yes.
However, you can follow me as well on Instagram, Facebook at Ceci Maya, CECIMIAH.
Yes.
And my producer is at Clemo _ Kabu.
Yes.
So any one of those
They will lead you back
to Real Strike Studios,
Exactly.
and then you can be able to get Kanairo
Yes.
on any of the platforms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much.
much.
I don't think we have left any stone unturned. Have we?
I'm wondering if we are done with the 30.
Yes. Yes, the 30 are done. Answered very well. Put together, actually, all of them.
Really?
All of them.
Oh, wow,
Wow,
okay.
thank you. We have even talked about nominations
Yes.
and the win, so we are good to go. So thank you very much. Oh, I'm being notified that there's one more question on
Okay.
YouTube. We have sat. Could you believe that we have sat for about 45 minutes?
Stop.
Yes. We have been here talking away.
That's crazy.
Yes.
See, this is what women do.
Women talk. Thank you. Mark hadi anasema ya mwisho. Sawa Mark anasema, would you describe yourself as a risk taker? I think can I answer that?
Yeah. Answer for me?
Yeah, I think definitely. From when you took film to Kanairo, spelling risk all the way.
Yep.
Describe some of the risks you have taken as a director
Yes.
and the results they have given.
Okay, shooting in downtown Nairobi is a
Ooh.
big risk.
Yeah.
We there's a scene when he gets to watch Mark. Thank you so much for your comments. When he gets to watch the film,
Yeah.
there's a scene where Jonte anaingia ndani ya matri. Ndani ya matri ilikuwa we're headed towards downtown, and I wanted to showcase how Nairobi truly is.
Yeah.
Like uptown is uptown. It can be just you and one person alone.
Yes.
So on the screen you can see just very limited people, a few cars, buildings, drada. Then downtown, it is you versus the other.
Back to back.
Kisogo.
All of you. But you can see, I think like there is such a huge difference between uptown Nairobi and downtown,
right?
That
On
that
the
had
film
to
as
be
well.
a big risk.
On the film
and
as well.
it's a risk for you, for your equipment,
And
for
my crew.
for everybody and everything that is involved.
Yeah, I was telling my DOP that he needed to follow. You see the way when a Nairobian crosses the streets, unaangalianga hivi kagari kanakuja hivi kama umeputa mbio mbio ndo uende.
Yes.
So the camera had to show the real experience of a Nairobian. So
Yes.
you're ducking moving cars and stuff.
Yes.
It needed to be as real as possible.
So downtown
That
Nairobi
was
is-
risky.
Yeah.
And then Umoja 3, obviously security reasons at night was
Yeah.
also very risky. Makadara or Madaraka, one of those. Makadara,
Yes.
yes. We shot in the wee hours of the night. So this is like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. That was mad risky.
Yes.
Mad, crazy risky. I don't even know how we do it. I swear that's the producer. That's not me.
But you do love the results because he asked what results have they given.
Every risk, high risk equals
high results. True. That is true. I think tuifungia hapo. We don't want to water down that specific comment. Yes. But yeah, I hope that you keep taking higher risks. Go talk to all those international people. Let's see you so higher and higher.
Thank you so much.
As you take more risks, definitely you're going to be going up the ladder, and we are all rooting for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes, you and your producer and your crew and everybody involved, because I know you're going to be doing many other projects.
Yeah, we are.
Yes, I know you're working on it. What is it cooking right now apart from Kanairo?
So we're doing, should I be, I don't know, she might kill me if I say it, but we have a couple of feature films on the pipeline, and there's a TV series that's also coming up.
Yes. Ooh, amazing. So we are looking forward to that one.
Really steamy, hot, spicy
feature film
TV series. The feature film is a relax. You will cry, Kiasi.
But the TV series is going to be fire. Okay, please come back here. Would you promise to come back here so we can sit now
be here
and at least not talk about depression and talk about
right?
Okay, ladies and
promise.
gentlemen, seems like me and Ses can go on and on. So we want to wrap it up here. But look out. That means you have said Real
Strike Studios.
Yes, Real Strikes Studios.
Yes.
If you're there, you'll be able to know what's going on, the trailers.
All of the pages.
All of the pages. You're going to be knowing what is going on. So if I were you, I would be liking right now and following and sharing that link to my friends so we can just sit back and enjoy good work being done by our own directors, writers, producers from right here. And we said on this show, we usually say the best support you can do is number one, go be a fan, number one. Then be willing, number two, to put your money into everything that they are doing, because they are doing amazing work, and all this amazing work uses money, right? So thank you very much, Ses,
thank
for being
you
here.
So much.
It's been an honor.
It's been a blast.
You are most welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, that is where we close our interview, our first launch. We are going for a short break. When we come back, we still have much more on Art and Culture Monday, so stick around.
Yaani kuna mafala wamejiseti base.
Wali umesotaje unakosadi chwani?
Wanangojo wafanye job kuja watolee form.
Sasa itabidi ungoje nifike hivyo BS ndo kibanje. Sawa? Chonjo.
Manze life Kanairo saa zingine si easy. But there is always a bright side to everything. No. Manze hizi ni gani tena jo? Mashuksha. Mimi naitwa John, but unaweza niita John pia.
What are some of the ways through which you can develop these skills so that you are comfortably fitting into the job?
You have to put yourself in positions where you are uncomfortable in the sense that you are not clear about what to do.
Because I used to work a corporate job before. So when I left, I happened to visit someone's farm around this area.
So this project is called Security Breach Detector and Can Familiarize. It is meant to be used to detect, detonate explosives.
We'll tackle all the tough issues, discuss all the weird moments, and hopefully share a few laughs along the way.
Maisha ni haya mwanaume ali. Sielewi yani hata neno moja. Yani tunasikia tu maboko likolo. Yani ukiniangalia tu huyu mwamba huyu anafiti sehemu fulani. Wewe ni wewe inakaa. Without your love, I can't move on. Yo, that's our boy Rhino the Don. Keep watching and listening to KUTV.
Hello everyone, this is the new chapter of Let's Be Fit. I'll be host DiCaplo. I'm here to give you various workouts. I'll be having different trainers. We'll have Zumba classes, we'll have aerobics classes, we'll have box exercise, we'll have kata box. Just
Shaka mtazamaji popote ulipo unapokuwa ukitazama Safina Show inang'oa nanga sasa hivi. Ungana nami Albanas Mwania, nahodha wa Safina Show, nikutoe ng'ambo ya pili hadi ufuoni. Safina Show, sauti ya matumaini.
We are all seeing the impacts of climate change. In Kenya, for example, the frequency of the floods is becoming more and worse. The amount of people and livestock we are losing.
The level we need to go is a level where the normal mwananchi and also the government stakeholders can uptake these solutions.
Those small acts multiplied by millions of us will help make a difference in the world at the end of the day.
It's just a slight behavior change that we need, and you'll find that it serves us a bit more than you put in. And that's the goal. We want to live a better world than we found, because at the rate we are going, it's dire.
We will secure the planet for future generations.
Kutoka kuwa jamii ya kuhamahama na sasa kujumuisha kilimo katika mitindo yao ya maisha. Kwenye toleo la kaunti ya Narok, hii ni Boresha Kilimo, kwani afya bora ni kilimo bora.
Kwani kilimo ndicho huboresha maisha.
Maelfu na maelfu ya wahamiaji wakiwa na watoto kutoka nchi za Amerika ya Kati wanaendelea kuwasili kwenye mpaka kati ya Marekani na Mexico.
The folks are going. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Ni habari kutoka pembe zote duniani.
People power si vuguvugu. People power ni idea.
Tazidi ananyonya, hanyonyi vizuri, anakuwa hayuko comfortable.
Jeshi la Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Kongo linapambana na waasi wa ADF.
Kwa sasa wanatoa wito kwa mashirika, makampuni na vile vituo vya uchukuzi.
Mambo mengi yatakwenda kama yalivyopangwa.
Hapa ni kuna mmoja wa viongozi wa chama cha wavuvi katika eneo hili.
Zaidi tunajaribu kuwapa chanjo ili ina boost ama inanyanyua kinga ya mwili, ndio inaenda kupelekea kupambana na virusi.
Ni duniani leo, Jumatatu mpaka Ijumaa, moja kwa moja kutoka VOA Swahili, Washington DC.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. You are watching Art and Culture Monday right here on KUTV Kenya, and we are doing amazing. We are at 9:13, and we have just been sitting down to talk about a new feature film that is called Kanairo. And I think we need to sit a bit one more time for you to really understand what is happening, and also to just let you know that the whole feature is 12 minutes. Come on, unaweza kimbia pale and just take your 12 minutes and watch it. You are going to love it. But right about now, the trailer for Kanairo is this one.
Yaani kuna mafalo wamejiseti base. Wali umesotaje unakosadi chwani? Wanangoja wafanyie job kuja watolee form.
Sasa itabidi ungoje. Nifike hivyo BS ndo tubanje. Sawa? Chonjo.
Manze life Kanairo saa zingine si easy. But there is always a bright side to everything. No. Manze hizi ni gani tena jo? Mashuksha. Mimi naitwa John, but unaweza niita Jonte.
The trailer to Kanairo, the feature film that we have just been sitting down and talking about with Ses, and it's been amazing. If you have not watched a Kenyan film that will just grab your attention and hold on to it, this one is it. So go watch Kanairo. It's just 12 minutes long. You are going to be loving it. And of course, follow them on their social media handles at Real Strikes, okay? Real Strikes, I've actually seen it. Real Strikes Studios on Instagram. Just run there, follow them, and you're going to be getting updates because there will be a whole feature that it will be about 1 hour 30 minutes that's going to be coming to you, but you need to have watched Kanairo before that, okay? So go follow them at Real Strikes Studios. We want to move on a bit because my guest number 2 is here and she is ready to entertain. So we want to move on to our art calendar segment, and we are starting with our art number 1, that is Jaboya. Jaboya is going to be going down on 5th and 6th August. That is next weekend. Jaboya is going to be going down. It's called Jaboya the Lake Song. This has been brought to you by Miller's Production, and as you know, Miller's Production does not disappoint. This is a play that is scripted by Emmanuel Chindia and directed by Mike Denda, and music is produced by Brian Aseli, and the producer is Claire Wahome. So Jaboya is going to be going down the 5th and the 6th of August. Single tickets are going for 1,000 bob, couple tickets for 1,800 bob. At the gate, you're going to get a single ticket at 1,200 Kenya shillings, and a group of 5 are paying just 4,000 bob, okay? So go to Miller's Production and watch and see Jaboya, the play that is Jaboya. Moving on, 29th of July, this month, we are going to be having Culture Night. Now, Culture Night is going to be going down at the Mist Basement Mall. That is Westlands, Pale Westi. Mist Basement Mall, and tickets are ongoing. Tickets will be going down for 500 bob for advance tickets and 1,000 bob for tickets at the gate. You're going to be experiencing amazing artists like Ward Baba, Apesi, MC Sharon, Tatien, Triple S. They are going to be amazing artists right there. So Culture Night on the 29th of July. This is this Saturday, okay? Go ahead and attend Culture Night. And then we have been talking about this for quite some time, but Prevail Presents is bringing to you meetings. We have sat down, we have had an interview on meetings. If you missed it, go to YouTube at KUTV Kenya and just look for that specific interview that is called Meetings. So the play Meetings is written by John Okumu, directed and produced by Martin Kigondu, the one and only brilliant Martin Kigondu, and it's going to be going down at the Alliance Francaise, and this is going to be going down on the 18th to 20th of August. So you still have some time to sit down and enjoy a play that is called Meetings that's just going to be blowing your mind, okay? Early bird tickets are going for $9.99. It was going down on until 6th of July. And then there's a till number right there, so you can be able to copy that and just pay your 1,000 bob, and you're going to be getting to the play that is called Meetings. I think that is all that is making our segment, our art calendar segment. So that is about it. Jaboya, the Lake Song, Culture Night, and of course Meetings. So prepare and be ready to be thoroughly to enjoy yourself on all these occasions. We are moving on to my guest number 2. She is a singer-songwriter. She wears many hats. We are going to get to be knowing about all of them, but also, we are going to be hearing some amazing singing right here in studio. So right about now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving to our second and last lounge of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here as promised. I promised you that before this show ends, you're going to be hearing some beautiful voices right here in studio. And my guest is here. She is looking glamorous. She is looking like a busy Monday morning, ready to do this. You should see her. I want her to say hello before we jump right in. Hi, good morning.
Hi, good morning, everyone. This is your girl, Shamali.
How are you doing?
I am doing great. How are you?
I am good. Seems like you woke up pretty early this morning. Are you a morning person?
Nah, but today.
Yeah, but today, when need be.
Yes.
I like it because that means you are reliable. You can show up when need be. So I want you to talk to our audience at home. Umetuambia she is called Shamali, and I like that name for one. What do you do, Shamali?
I am an actress. Yes. I am a scriptwriter. I am a poet. I am a peace builder, and I'm a rapper.
Yes. Ooh, you do many things. She wears many hats. I like that. So wait. You were born and partly raised in Uganda.
Yeah.
I like that because I saw that in your bio and I'm like, this girl amezunguka in Africa.
I was born in Uganda.
Yes.
In a refugee camp, a place called Mirei. That was back in 1999.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm 24 years.
Yes.
I was raised by a single mom that apparently I lost her in 2021.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You're very sorry.
Yeah, I'm Ugandan by birth.
Yes, by birth.
Yeah.
And then you moved. How did you get to Kenya?
To Kenya,
yes.
I remember when I lost my mom, I actually gave up on a lot of things.
Yes.
A lot of things that I was doing in life. I thought nothing is going to happen and nothing is going to work out because she was my rock and everything that I rely on.
Yes.
But then I went viral on TikTok after like trying to quit music and all these things.
Yes.
Then I went viral, and one of the legendary artists of South Sudan, Emmanuel Jal, got in touch with me, and then he was like, how about you come to Nairobi for studies and do your music? I was like, why not?
Exactly.
So that's why I'm in Nairobi now.
Yes. Wow, amazing. So you're doing music and you're studying at the same time.
Yeah.
What are you studying?
I'm doing movie production.
Yes, movie production.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. So you're singing alongside, doing your hustle at the same time learning. I think you've got your bag full.
And I also sell smoky and mayai.
Yes.
That's my side hustle.
So mpaka kuna
nothing
side
is
hustle.
Limited, yeah.
After this tunaenda hapo kukula smoky na mayai. I like that. Like umejituma. You are doing well for yourself.
Yeah.
So what inspired you singing?
I think I have that since I was young, because I can remember when I was small in Uganda, like every time any song plays in the radio, my mom calls me, Shama, come and dance, come and dance. And then I come, I dance in front of her and everybody, because I'm that kind of person that I'm not shy.
Yes.
So that's where all these things
started.
In me,
so at which point did you decide music is what you wanted to do? Like, been here for a while, that's over 10 years.
Yeah, I know.
How has it been? Like, how take me through a few things you have learned in the music industry, to be specific, since you started.
Let me say, mostly as a female, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people that will come your way. I want to help you, I want to promote you, I want to do this. But at the end of the day, most of them want to take advantage of you.
True.
But then the reason why I am not up to that level, because I respect myself, first of all, and I respect the kind of family I came from.
Yes.
And most importantly, I want to make my mom proud, rather than just rushing for fame without thinking what the disadvantage will be, or maybe the advantage to it. So it's better you just go according to the plan than rushing.
And are you loving it so far?
I am loving it.
Yes, perfect. You also participated in the Juba All-Star lineup song experience. One, how did you get there, and how was the experience being at Juba All-Stars?
I am the first youngest female rapper in South Sudan, and I am the second female rapper in South Sudan. So it was just easy. Like, when they think about a female rapper to
they're calling Shama.
So yeah,
how was the experience been there?
It was great competing with boys and you're the only female.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of scary, but you know, it was great. It was a great experience.
Nice experience. Yeah. Wow, amazing. You also have been working with human rights and everything. And I just want to know what inspired that, because we have very many singers, rappers, poets that don't exactly deal with Mamboya human rights and everything. So what pushed you towards that direction?
Firstly, is because I love my country. I love Africa in general.
Yes.
And everything that affects my people affects me. If I can have that voice to speak out to people, if I can have that voice to send a message to someone through singing, acting, or poem, why not join the Anataban? Because it was called Anataban.
Yes.
Yeah. And Anataban started when the war broke out in South Sudan, when people lost hope.
Yes.
But then the youth all came together with all their different kind of arts to bring hope back to people.
Yes.
So than me staying at home and then waiting for them to bring the hope to me, why don't I join them and give the hope to the people?
And be part of the hope.
Yeah.
Have you been to South Sudan?
Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah, 3 months ago.
3 months ago. How is it? How are you guys doing?
It's good.
It's good. There is pieces.
Everything is fine.
Yes.
Now, just like the rise of the economy.
Yes.
That's the only thing. But then everything is fine. You can go out, come back in the morning,
Yes, like everything is going on well, and it's peaceful. I am glad to hear that. I have some friends, that's why I'm asking. I have some friends from, it's about time I call you.
So you're
people.
checking from me?
Yes.
You have to pay for that.
Exactly. I have to pay for that consultation.
Yes.
We will. So how many songs do you have out?
Okay, from South Sudan, let me say I have 6 songs, and then the hip-hop ciphers, and then collaboration. But then since I came here and I signed under Jalgua, they feel like the things I've been doing before were not professional, because I was on my own, no management. So they felt like I should start everything afresh.
Yes.
That's why the new song
exactly
goes over. Yeah.
That's why this new song, we're going to talk about it in just a bit, but can we hear some type of freestyle from you? Beat. Can we give you a beat to do something? Perfect. Thank you. So right about now, ladies and gentlemen, Shama Lee is here and she is doing amazing work. So right about now, let's hear what she can do. Fall in love with rap. You know, like you have said, you're the youngest female rapper and the second in South Sudan. How come? Who inspired your love for rap?
Let me say first it was Nicki Minaj, but now Cardi B has just taken all over me. Yeah, I
love
her.
it. She's doing some work. She's definitely doing some work out there, and I like it. You have worked with Emmanuel Ja.
Yeah.
How was that experience? Like from the first call, like were you expecting him to actually call you, and how has it been working with him?
I wasn't expecting that call exactly from him because I remember when I really needed him.
Yes.
And I don't blame him for that because he is like a verified person on Instagram, and then he keeps receiving messages. I texted him several times in 2019 and he never replied.
Yes.
Then when I went viral on TikTok, I was rapping some Jamaican song, Shensia song.
Yes.
And then it just went viral. And then someone texted me, "Hey Shama, Emmanuel Jal is looking for you." I was like, what? Emmanuel Jal looking for me?
Yeah.
I was like, did I do anything wrong? And then it's like, no, you just talk to him.
Yes.
And then he texted me on Instagram and then texted me his WhatsApp number. That's huge.
That's big.
That's
big. Like get out of the crowd and come here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how has it been working with him?
It has been really great. We are not working like, I think it's kind of a family now.
Yeah.
It's not like maybe management thing. I think it's kind of a family because he tells me when I'm wrong, and most of the times we're together in the studio. And if he's abroad, he always call like video call, and then we record together while he's on video call. And then I feel like this is someone that wants to see you somewhere. It's not that someone that just wants to do something with you and maybe gain something.
Yes.
And then I feel like it's a relationship that is building to a family, not friendship or anything anymore.
Yes, it's a family, and he's there for you, and he's there to see you grow in your music. Let's talk about Crossover. What inspired the song? And you said you wanted to start afresh, anew, like all the other music candle. You wanted to do this to start over. Why?
Okay, though before I've written a couple of songs that talks about human rights and a lot of things, but then now I just wanted to open a new chapter in my life because I literally wrote the song when my mom's corpse was outside and I'm inside the room.
Yeah.
I was crying. Then that's what inspired me to write the song. And then when we met, me and Jal, that's when now we decided to co-write the song again and then bring it out. But the song was inspired from my mom's death.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what? It was inspired by mom. Again, sorry about that. So what is the song about?
The song is about it's like crossing over from all your burden, all the depression that you're going through, thinking that maybe nothing is going to work out. And then crossover means nothing is impossible.
Exactly.
Right? Every point of life that you're in and you feel like you will never get out from it, just have the belief that you will eventually cross over that path to the better one.
And you did. True, and you did cross over. Honestly, you have crossed over. So big up to you, girl. You're doing
it's
amazing.
God.
Exactly.
It's God.
So it is God to move from that, to move from such a sorrow, such a loss, to actually cross over to the next side is amazing. Who produced, directed the show?
The producer for the song, the audio was JC. He's called JC Bikundu. And then the director to the video, he's called Nezo, director Nezo. They are both Kenyans. And my manager, with the help of my manager, John Mark, my manager is Kenyan.
Yes.
Yeah, all of them, they are the group that I worked with.
Perfect.
Yeah.
How did you like the work that they did? Like when you watched Crossover for the first time, like
I cried.
You cried
every time.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I like that. But it has been beautifully put together. I watched it, of course, when I was going over your bio, and it's like it seems like a new and old artist. Like you have been there. There's some sort of fineness that is there that is showing. This one has not been in the industry for 2 days. Like she's doing amazing work. How has it done? How has people's reception been of this one?
Okay, because I had to open a new YouTube channel for, like I said, I'm starting afresh. And then to my shock, there were a lot of comments about the song and how some people are telling me that they were really waiting to listen to the song.
Yes.
I was like, what? like Shama, and then there is that part that says struggle made me stronger. That was the only focus that everybody's focusing on. Shama, that word of struggle make me stronger, it's just everything. And I received a lot of likes, a lot of subscribers, and then the views, because nothing grows overnight.
Exactly.
It takes one step to the other.
Yes, everything takes time to grow and evolve. But I like that people are loving your work. That shows you're not starting from the ground, you're starting from somewhere. And personally, I loved the song, and I hope that other people that are watching are loving it, and it's going out there. What else is cooking right now?
Oh, I have an amapiano called Zimeshika.
Yes. Okay, Zimeshika. That seems very relatable to Nairobians, to Kanairo. How is it out yet? When is it going to be out?
It's ready, but then we are just planning to release it yet. So, but then the song is ready. It's not yet out here.
Some snippet. Inasema nini? Just like one line or two.
Okay, zimeshika bade, zimeshika ayaya, zimeshika tali. Ayaya, achilowal, achilowala, achilowala. That sounds South Sudanese.
That sounds very amapiano.
Then there is Hapo Vipi, Naron, Zolta Mashakil, Rijalewar. That's now Arabic and mixed Swahili, English, It's like for everyone the song.
The perfect amapiano combo. Like everyone from here, from South Sudan,
can enjoy
the
it.
West can actually sit down and enjoy it. Perfect. We are loving it. We are definitely looking forward to that one.
You.
So that takes me to where can people find your music?
All my platforms, Shamali Official.
Yes.
Shamali everywhere.
Official.
Yeah, even TikTok, Shamali Official.
Yes.
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook page.
Shamali Official.
Yeah.
Done. Evo too. It's easy. It's that means you're headed for greatness. When these socials has the Korogeki, they're good. Shamali Official, and you can get to watch all of her music and everything in between. I'm sure kuna BTS ezuko ndani, kuna tu snippets.
And I'm single in case you want to apply.
If you hear the claps,
but then
we
the
love
cows.
to know that. Yes.
In South Sudan, we pay cows, 100 cows. You can see how tall I am.
100 cows. Oh yeah. By the way, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, she is tall. She's beautifully tall. So ukue ready na ngombe. Mambo ya ku inbox hapa sasa niaje with no plan of dowry. She's not accepting. So those are Shamali Official are your social media handles. So go ahead, go there and subscribe to her music, like it, share it. That is the way to support. All right. Future plans, Shama. How are the next 3-4 years looking like for you as we close?
I think 3 years is a lot. The confidence I have, I need 8 months.
Yes. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, sorry. So in about 8 months, where do you want to be at?
I will be staying at KAREN.
Yes.
God willingly.
Yes.
Yes.
I like that. I like that. So you are seeing yourself going higher and higher.
Yeah.
But true, if you keep giving us such good music, you know, the thing with talent, if you can be able to focus and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. It really doesn't matter. So we are looking out for you. We are definitely rooting for you to go ahead and make great lives and make great things. Before we wrap up, I want you to give a shout out to your people. I know Kuna Farm, there are fans that are amazing as we close.
Okay, first of all, my best friend is outside there watching.
Yes.
Monica, I love you.
Oh, thank you,
Kim
Monica.
Quag, I love you, brother.
Supportive.
And my best friend Joy in South Sudan, I love her so much. And happy birthday to you, Joy. I love my sisters, my younger sister, our last born, Noella, Hakim, Atutu, Harriet, Jal himself, the whole team of Jalgwa. Don't forget, we have a restaurant in Kenyatta Market.
Yes.
If you want to test South Sudanese food, any kind Kenyan food, we have a restaurant at Kenyatta Market called Jalgwa. Is when you go there, even though at the gate you ask for Jalgwa, anyone can take you there. So everyone, guys, if I don't mention your name, just know I love you guys so much, and thank you guys for always supporting me. Josiah, thank you. Ahmed, thank you. Everyone in that house, I love you guys so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Been notified the crossover song, like I saw, has a collabo. How was it working with what is his name?
Emmanuel Jal and Angel Atieno.
Yes, Angel Atieno. How was it?
Angel Atieno, that baby, oh my God, she's beautiful. She's awesome. She's amazing. Like, okay, me, I'm not good at singing. I'm just going through training right now. But then when we already wrote the song, I was trying to sing that part. I couldn't because I'm so much into rapping. So we saw Angela Thieno's video on TikTok, and her voice was really angelic.
Really
and then
good.
we reached out to her mom, and then they came to the studio and were like, okay, there is this part we want you to sing.
Yes.
And yeah, she did it.
And she did it.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Angel, big up to you, girl.
Yeah.
You're doing amazing work
She
out there.
is,
You are
she
turning
is.
heads. You should
She
know
is,
that
she
you
is.
are turning heads. So thank you very much, Shama. It's been an honor, a pleasure to be here. I don't think we have left anything unsaid. Shamali Official is the social media handle.
Shamali Official.
Go there, like, follow, and you will be notified of her progress and everything that she is doing. And she has said in under a year, you're not going to be able to speak to her, from this level. So look out for her. We are rooting for you, Shama, and all the best. And we wish you all the best. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with our launch number 2. We want Shama to sing crossover. So, but after she's done, we are going straight into a break, and then we come back and wrap up the show that is Art and Culture Monday. But right about now, Shama Lee with her latest banger called Crossover.
Kipindi hewani ni mitindo ya kipwani. Kama ilivyo kipindi hiki kinahusu nyimbo za tarab, chakacha, midwara, midundiko, bila kusahau mapishi. Ambao ndio uti wa mgongo wa pwani ya Afrika Mashariki.
Jamani swaibu zangu mliopo maskani, hatuonani wenzangu, najua mwanitamani.
Hapa KUTV, nahodha mwendesha chombo cha baharini, yani ua linalunukia na kuvutia waridi tamu.
To the Church O'Clock. I'm your host, Esther Becky.
And my name is DJ Teros.
We start you off with a word of prayer and get you started with a live transformational worship experience. And have our minds renewed by the word of God on the word segment.
And not forgetting new music za hii wiki, yani ndakuwa bado nawapatia pale wasanii wamekuwa kiwakali. So make sure manzo tune in because zitakuwa zina flow pia pale mixes kwa wingi, yani zitakuwa zina come through, and pia performance yani from our gospel artist hapa on Gospel Art
from 7 to
10 a.m. only on KUTV.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4255 or SMS us on 0739-110-544. KUTV, a new experience.
Lola ni programu inayokupa fursa ya kutizama video zozote pindi tu unapokuwa na nafasi. Hadithi za kukupa motisha, drama, maisha ya vyuo vikuu, teknolojia, masuala ya jamii, kuzuru maeneo tofauti, spoti, burudani na zaidi. Pata programu ya Lola sasa kwenye rununu yako kwa yote unayohitaji.
Exciting adventures across the African continent.
See breathtaking wildlife, stunning landscapes,
and out of this world technologies.
Meet incredible scientists
and learn fantastic facts.
Explore, discover, be amazed.
Be part of the next generation of African change makers.
Be a part of ENGEN, Africa's #1 science discovery program. Yay!
We're learning every day. Engine leads the way.
and gentlemen, karibuni sana. We are on our way to close the show, but we have had an amazing run this Monday morning. Of course, we started kama kawaida na news updates, and we told you how our traffic updates are doing. Then we went into our Did You Know segment that we are actually going to run one more time. And then after that, we sat down for a film conversation. This is to remind you to go on Instagram and all social media handles and follow Real Strikes Studios. All right, they are the makers of the feature film that is called Canairo, and it is fantastic. It is amazing. So we sat down and we saw that one, and then we had entertainment, because it's not a Monday morning on art and culture until we have had some amazing music coming your way. So we had our live act, and Shama Lee, all the way from South Sudan, was here to represent. So we have had an amazing run. Shama Lee Official are her social media handles, so you can follow through and just go there and enjoy amazing music that she is making. That to me felt like an hour. It's been 3 hours in 1 hour, and we have done amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your comments. You guys are doing great. Now we want to run our Did You Know segment one more time, because today we are talking about a sculpturist right here in Kenya, and he is doing amazing work. He has a showroom at Lavington. So if you're interested, you can kimbia pale pia, see what he's doing, because he's doing a lot of amazing things with scrap metal. Yes, you see those things unachanga kwa barabara, that's scrap metal. He's using it to do international things. So right about now, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for our Did You Know segment.
Is to make sculptures out of scrap metal. Kioko Mwitiki is an established artist who is known for his craft. His works are well known, and he can even be considered one of the founding fathers of metal sculpture in the country. He is known for innovating the local market by making giraffes, elephants, and funny animals. He also welds, solders, and bends metal into both realistic and abstract forms. Kioko began in 1980s as a welder. He later on made sculptures out of every variety of scrap metal imaginable. When the 90s rolled in, Kioko's sculptures had improved. His first larger metal pieces were inspired by the wildlife he saw at Kajiado County as a young boy. He was commissioned by Frankfurt Zoological Society between 1993 to 1994 to create sculptures of wildlife for a nature walk they were building in Serengeti National Park. He was soon taken up by different zoos across the globe to make sculptures of their animals. He went to Bronx Zoo, Calgary Zoo, and San Diego Zoo. He was later commissioned to travel to America to make art full-time for 4 years. With time and continued success, Kioko wanted to do more. He had started mentoring upcoming artists and wanted to provide a place where they could exhibit their work. This prompted him to start his own gallery. He acquired a space in Lavington and opened Kioko Mwitiki Art Gallery. Kioko's work was so successful that he soon found his pieces being auctioned at global wildlife charity events for considerable sums of money. Well, now, you know.
You know the work that Kioko is doing with scrap metal, and I hope that you are inspired. And also, I said, if you're a sculpturist out there and you would like an interview, you'd like some time on air, kindly contact us at KUTV Kenya across the board, whether it is an inbox on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. We are going to get to it, and we're going to get you right here in studio. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your comment. Thank you, Mark, for your very insightful questions to our filmmaker. You are doing amazing. Thank you very much. And thank you for all of you who have participated. Richard Okenye was here very, very early in the morning saying he's tuned in, and I hope that, Richard, you have enjoyed the show. And all of you that are watching, thank you very much for being part of Art and Culture Monday. And I hope that for this show, you have started your Monday on the right foot. So have an amazing and fruitful week. I'm going to see you guys next Monday, same time, same place, same amazing show.